Okay, let's start today with the digestive system in humans. In the previous class, we have seen digestion, heterotrophic nutrition in amoeba. Now, humans also show holozoic nutrition, as you know. Fine. So, starting with the digestive system, let's see the various parts of the digestive system in humans. Okay. So, you can see this is your mouth. You can see this is the mouth, this is the nasal passage, and this is the common passage. Okay, this is called as pharynx. This is a common passage for both mouth and your nose. Okay, this is called as pharynx. Okay, now this is your esophagus. Fine. After esophagus comes your what? Your stomach. Okay, comes your stomach, and this tube. This is a tube-like structure, isn't it? And it forms a oblong bag-like structure. And then further it moves and it forms a tube-like structure, which you can see, which is a part of your small intestine, isn't it? This is your small intestine. And small intestine is joined here with your large intestine, isn't it? And this is your rectum. Fine. So this part is your what? Rectum. Okay. And this part is your what? Anal. This is your anal opening. Anus. Isn't it? So rather this part is your rectum and this is your anus. Right? So now there are various glands also associated with your digestive system, and what these glands they do, they release your digestive juices which help in digestion. Okay, or you can say they contain what? Digestive juices, they contain what? We have read in previous class that it contains enzymes. Fine. So we will come to enzymes. Let's first see what are the different kind of glands. Okay, so firstly there is glands in your mouth, okay, which we call as what? We call it as salivary glands. Okay, salivary glands. Like in your cheeks you can feel there are glands from where saliva is coming, below your tongue. Okay, and also at the mandible region, there it is coming here, the salivary glands. So there are three pairs of salivary glands in your mouth. Okay, sublingual, submandibular, and your parotid glands. So all these names you don't have to study, but just to remember that in your mouth there are three pairs of salivary glands. Okay, now there is another one major gland, which is the largest gland of your body. You can see this structure, which is your what? Which is your liver. Okay, now this liver is secreting which juice? It secretes your bile juice. So liver makes which juice? It makes bile juice. Fine. Stomach itself has got glands on its wall which secretes which juice? It secretes gastric juice. Okay. And your gallbladder, if you look at, it is just below. If you lift up your liver, just below the liver you will find that there is a gland which is called as gallbladder, and it stores the bile juice which is secreted by your liver. Fine. And now this is your leaf-like structure, which you can see. This is a gland which is present between what? Between your stomach and your small intestine, from where the small intestine is arising. Okay, this part, U-shaped part, is called as what? It is called as duodenum of your small intestine. Here you will find that your pancreas is there, and from pancreas a duct is arising which pours, and it is joined with what? It is joined with the duct of your gallbladder. You can see here. This duct is coming from the gallbladder. From behind it is coming and joining with the pancreatic duct, and then they are pouring their secretions into your small intestine. Fine. So this gland is called as what? Pancreas, and it secretes pancreatic juice. What it secretes? It secretes pancreatic juice. Okay, then you can see these are the small intestine itself has got glands in it, okay, which secretes a juice which we call as succus entericus. Entericus. Okay, now these juices, they will help in digestion. Okay, now you can see there are various parts of your digestive system, and your this small intestine is the largest part, isn't it? It is highly coiled tube like structure, and it is how many meters long? It's 6 meters long, and your large intestine is 1.5 meters long. And if you see a herbivore and an omnivore, what do you find? That a herbivore small intestine is larger than the omnivore. Fine? Because in digesting your food product, your plant nutrients, it takes lot of time. Fine? Because there the food is bonded with cellulose, and these organisms, if you know herbivores like your cattle, goats and all, what they do, they are able to digest even cellulose. Fine? For their digestion. Now let me tell you what are enzymes. Already we have discussed, but this more I am repeating this for you. Enzymes are what? They are biomolecules. They are what kind of molecules? They are biomolecules, okay, which take part in breaking up or converting reactants into products without being used up in the reaction. Okay, since it's a digestive, we are in context, we are saying, therefore I am saying that they are breaking molecules from complex into simpler components. Okay, so digestive system releases various digestive enzymes which acts on different nutrients, and what they do, as I told you, they break down your, like a scissor, they cut a bigger molecule into smaller molecules. Fine. So from a complex to simple compounds, they help in us in getting these monomeric units or soluble units, which can be later on taken by the blood.